Fox Medical. Sponsored locally by Regents Blue Shield.
So there is a new push for doctors to move away from only using the body mass index, which gives an estimate of body fat. It's typically used as a screening tool for obesity, but the American Medical Association is using a new policy because of some limitations. Joining us now to unpack this trend is Dr. Mike from the Fox Medical team. Doctor, good morning to you.
Always a pleasure, Bill. Always great to talk with you.
Yeah, you too, my friend. So what are doctors saying about the limitations of BMI?
So ever since I started medical school back in the 80s, the bottom line is that body mass index has been a quick, easy way to tell whether someone is either obese or at ideal weight. It takes into account your height. It takes into account your weight, and then you calculate a number. And what it comes out with is, like, for instance, 25. That's considered normal. The problem, Bill, is that many people, if you're really tall or really short, you're going to have a factitious and an erroneous number. And that's why many experts are saying you need to take into account some other things, like, are you at risk for metabolic syndrome? Now, what is that? Well, that's someone with a big belly who has elevated triglycerides, a low good cholesterol, and a number of other things. And so what they're recommending, I brought my model with me, all right, maybe you want to do, in addition, is a waist circumference. That can help. And remember, if you have a big belly, that increases your risk of stroke and heart attack compared to someone with a big butt, big old butt. That's a pear shape, and that actually has less risk. So those are the things that you need to look at, and really you need to go to a healthcare provider to get that kind of a deep, intense, deep dive look.
All right, so if our belly isn't where we want it to be, what kind of questions should we be asking our doctor?
Well, I think nowadays with these wonderful medications that are available, whether it be Wegovy or Ozempic or Mounjaro, you really want to see if you are at risk. Are you pre-diabetic? Are you diabetic? And where do you fit in with all of the risk factors put together? And you don't want to sit around and wait until something happens. I really try to get a handle on where your risk factor is in terms of heart attack and stroke. And remember, about 10% of people that have obesity can develop NASH, which is fatty liver, and a lot of them can develop cirrhosis. So you want to be careful if you are overweight, if you're obese, that you get it under control. And we have lots of ways with diet and exercise and this new line of medications that really work wonders, and there are more coming out every week. There's new entries into the race, if you will.
Dr. Mike, we always appreciate talking with you. Thanks so much for your time.
Bill, I want you to invest in your health 401k like you're doing, because you look fantastic. Oh. And I think you're going to live a long life.
That's man, from your mouth to his ears, yes. Dr. Mike, love you, man. Appreciate it.